Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to tell you a little story about my first Tinder date experience, and it was crazy. Like, this fool almost tried to kill me. So it all starts, the reason why I downloaded Tinder in the first place was because I had just gone through a really bad breakup with my ex-boyfriend. And this was my first boyfriend, my first love, so you already know how that goes. Like, it was bad and it was brutal, and I thought I was never gonna love again, and I was totally dramatic, and I just I needed to get over him. I need to get over him like as soon as I possibly could. Like, so I'm dating, I'm doing the everyday thing, like meeting guys everywhere, but it's just not happening fast enough for me. So this was back when Tinder was popping. Like, I'm talking everybody and their mama had Tinder. So I downloaded Tinder, and first night I'm swiping right, swiping left. It's getting kind of fun. Like, and like after like an hour, you have like 10 different guys in your inbox, and you're like chopping it up with all different types of guys. So I end up chatting with like one or two that I've been chatting with like continuously, like receiving and sending and receiving and sending messages. So the other ones are kind of flaky, and you probably don't get a reply as soon. So these ones have been consistent. So they're going pretty good. And I end up talking to one like all night long. So I'm like, okay, well, this one is gonna be someone that I could potentially like go on a date with. So we're chatting up all night long, and it's getting good, it's getting juicy. So we set up a date. I'm like, well, I want to meet this person. Like, who is this making me smile so much on just by text messages, right? So you get this kind of rush, and you're setting up the date, and you can't wait to meet them. But I'm the type of person who is not going to text you in between that that flirtation stage to the first date if I've never met you before, because it just gets weird if you know everything about someone before you even meet them in person. It's just not, it's awkward, and you don't really have so much to talk about in person, because like you've already talked about everything, like texting. So it's just not something I like to do. So we didn't text in between after we made the date, and after we made the date and things, other than just like a, hey, how's your day going type of thing, we were not communicating. So the day of the date rolls around, and this is when it really starts to kick in that I am going on an internet date. Like, I'm literally meeting someone that I met online, and I'm going to go meet them in person. So I'm getting freaked out. Like, the worst possible things are going through my head. I'm thinking Craigslist killer, like Ted Bundy type, like nightmares. Okay, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? I can't cancel this date. Like, that would be rude. And I don't, if he is a nice guy, like, I want to give him that chance. But, like, I'm scared. So I come up with this plan. I'm like, hey, sister, I need you to walk with me to the park where I told him that I was going to meet him. It's a park in my neighborhood. I didn't want him to have my address because, as you know, you need the address to have the directions in Google Maps and like in the maps. So I didn't want to give him my address, so I gave him the address of the park. We are gonna meet him at the park. So I told my sister to walk with me. So when he arrived, if I saw that, I don't know, his license plates were blacked out or something, or he just looked creepy, he didn't look like his pictures, like in a bad way, not like he gained some weight since he took the picture, like he was completely different than his pictures, or like if I don't know, if anything I wasn't feeling right, then we would just walk, we would just act like we were hanging out at the park, and he would never know, because he wouldn't see someone just waiting there for him. He would see some people just like chilling at the park together. So that was the plan. So 7:30 rolls around. It's summertime in California, so it's still pretty bright out like it is now. And we're at the park, And about 15 minutes later, he rolls up. He looks normal. I get in the car. We go on with the date. Well, he rolls up. He looks normal. And I send my sister away. Thank you for coming, but I no longer need your services. So red flag number one, he gets out of the car and he's wearing basketball shorts. This tells me one or two things already. You are either a fuckboy or you are a fuckboy, because first of all, it is our first date. This is your first impression that you're leaving on me. And you show up in basketball shorts. That tells me that you already don't take me seriously. And this was before I knew what Tinder was all about. But this really tells me that you already don't respect me enough to dress up for our date. And then second, it also tells me that you are the second option of a fuckboy, because you either have this plan that you're gonna come pick me up, bring me to your house, get dressed there. You have some kind of agenda going on. That doesn't fly well with me. So I'm already turned off by this date, but I proceed anyways. He opens the car door for me. I sit down. He gets in the car and he's like, "Where do you want to go? Where are some nice restaurants around this area?" And I'm like, "Well, there's this Mexican restaurant. It's about like 15 to 20 minutes away, 2 freeway exits away. It's not that far. We should go away." I give him directions to the freeway just by memory. As soon as the light turns green for the entrance onto the freeway, he smashes on the gas. I'm talking about full acceleration. Okay, he's going at least 90 miles an hour from a 30 miles per hour zone in 0.2 seconds. Okay, it was like Speed Racer or something. Like, what are you doing? And well, I didn't say that. Obviously, I was just like, "Oh my god!" Like, what is going on? Like, are we actually going to the restaurant or what? Like, I'm actually getting kind of scared right now. So then he pulls out his phone, and I'm like, "Okay, so you're already driving like a speed demon. Now you're gonna text? Like, you're just being disrespectful." But thank God he wasn't. He just opened it and then he handed it to me. He was like, "Hey, put in the maps." I'm like, "Okay." So I put the address in for the restaurant. Thank God we arrived safely. We eat, and I know the food is good because it's my favorite restaurant. I figure at least I get a good meal out of it. If I don't like him, then I'll just never talk to him again. And as you know, like, I already wasn't feeling him from jump. Like, as soon as I saw him, like, I automatically was not feeling him. So then after we eat, we're on the way back to the car, and he's trying to lay one on me, and I'm like, swear, like, we should save this kiss to like the end. Like, if you even get a kiss, like, if you get one now, you're gonna think that you can just go in for more later, and I'm just like, no, like, it doesn't work like that. So we get back in the car and he gets on the freeway, and about 2 to 3 minutes of driving, and mind you, his 2 to 3 minutes in distance is about like 7 or 8 miles. Okay, he's going that fast. So I'm starting to notice that I'm not seeing anything familiar that I would normally see on my way back from this restaurant to my house. So I'm like, I think we got on the wrong freeway. Here, let me get your phone. I'll put it in the maps for you. And at this point, I'm not really scared that he's going to do anything to me, because I got a pretty good gist of who he is by dinner conversation. So he seems like a pretty nice guy. I don't know what's his deal with driving or whatever, but he seems pretty nice. And I'm not really scared for my life in that sense, but his driving is a whole nother story. Of course, I am petrified, okay? So I put the address in the maps, and luckily we were next to an exit that takes us in the 360 right onto the freeway that we need to be on. Right now it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock, and it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock, so it's dark now, and the only light is from the reflectors that divide the freeway and his headlights. So I tell him to make this right, like, Siri says make the right off the freeway onto the next freeway, and he makes the right. He slowed down a little bit, so from about 100 to 85. Flew off the edge of the freeway. We're driving on gravel. We're about to hit a stoplight.
Whoa, oh my god. I'm like, I can't breathe right now.
Like it feels like the car is flipping over. Like I could barely open my eyes. I can't believe this is happening right now. And he finally gets the car to stop. He's like, oh my god,
I'm so sorry. He's like, fuck my car. And
immediately I'm like, my life, like you only give me this one I'm sorry, and you keep going on about your car. Like I'm just like, really? Like you just like almost killed me, and that's all you have to say is I'm sorry, oh my god, my car. Yeah, I thought it was car. He starts looking around. I'm just sitting in the passenger seat. Like he starts looking around, and it sounds like I hear him calling AAA or something. He's calling his insurance. Like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, take me home. So I'm not even gonna go wait for him and see like if everything is okay right now. Honestly, like he barely even gave me like an I'm sorry. Like honestly, like I'm just calling other people to see if I can get a ride. If I can get a ride. And long story short, I ended up taking an Uber. The address I gave them, I don't even know. It probably was just like there's some apartments across the street, and I probably just Googled those, and I just had them come and pick me up from there. I had them take me to this train station because I was not paying for that Uber all the way back to my house from like 2 cities away. That's gonna be about $50. So for that, I had them take me to this train station, and the train station is not too far from my house. So then I just walked from the train station to my house, because honestly, walking at 11 at night was safer than being in his. So if you have some crazy Tinder stories, I would love to hear them, and thank you for watching. If you want to hear any more of my crazy Tinder stories, I will be happy and share them with you. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.